Hello everyone, this is your Digital Super Saiyan 3 back here with another video, and welcome to my July pay-per-view review. For the month of July, I chose WCW's Bash at the Beach 1997. Took place on July 13th, 1997 in the Ocean Center in Daytona Beach, Florida. Yes, the same arena where the last Bash at the Beach took place in 1996. On commentary, you got the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, baby. Along with Bobby the Brain Heenan and Tony Schiavone. I always liked Bash at the Beach as a pay-per-view with the concept. I mean, the set having a actual freaking beach look, with it littered with a lifeguard tower and a surf shop. Everything you see on a beach is all present. So, we open up with a tag team match as Wrath and Mortis with James Vandenberg defeats Glacier and the debuting Ernest the Cat Miller. That's right, Ernest the Cat Miller had made his WCW debut. Had just made his WCW debut on WCW television. And this was like a tag team match. So yeah, this is a tag team match featuring the Mortal Kombat knockoffs. And you have Vandenberg, James Vandenberg, who was the manager of Wrath and Mortis, the guy who was managing both Wrath and Mortis. He plays a big role in this match, and he's also the reason why Wrath and Mortis do win the match. The match ends when Vandenberg straps a steel chain to Mortis's foot, and the referee does not see the chain. And Mortis kicks Glacier in the head, leading to Mortis and Wrath getting the victory, the 1-2-3, and they win the match. Not a really good match to start this show off. But then we go into our next match very quickly, which is for the WCW Cruiserweight Championship, as you have the champion Chris Jericho taking on... You have the champion Chris Jericho taking on the Ultimo Dragon. And this was a really good match for the WCW Cruiserweight title. You see a lot of good counters, but in the end, Jericho wins via roll-up and retains his Cruiserweight title. So, very good match. Probably the match of the night, because this was a damn good Cruiserweight title match between Jericho and Ultimo Dragon. So we go to WCW.com, and backstage, as they're asking Diamond Dallas Page, who is his mystery partner going to be for his big tag team match against NWO members Scott Hall and Randy Savage. So who is going to be Diamond Dallas Page's partner? And Diamond Dallas Page is like I'm telling you, I want everyone else to find out when it happens. Okay, so we got a long way to go before the tag team match between Page and his mystery partner versus Savage and Scott Hall. So yeah, the only NWO member who's not on this show is Kevin Nash. Yeah, sometimes, yeah, this was how it worked with the NWO. Sometimes Hulk Hogan wouldn't be on the show. Sometimes Kevin Nash wouldn't be on the show. It was kind of like a mixed bag of who is not going to be here and who's going to be here and who's not going to be here. All right. So next up, we get into another good match here. Yeah, this is another damn good match here. And that is the Steiner brothers, Rick and Scott Steiner, defeating Masahiro Chono and the Great Muta in a really good tag team match. And Muta and Chono represent the NWO's Japan Bureau, or the NWO Japan branch. the Japan branch of the NWO, as the NWO has expanded internationally, and they are part of the Japan branch, coming to wrestle against the Steiner brothers. And yes, these two teams have met up in the past. The Steiner brothers and Chono and Muta had a really good match here. The Steiner brothers get the victory after a Steiner top rope DDT, I believe, from Scott. I believe that's what Scott used to win the match for the Steiners, but overall, a damn good match this was. Next up, we have next up we got a 6-man Lucha Libre rules match. I was meaning to say, as you have the babyface team of Lizmark Jr., Juventud Guerrera, and Hector Garza defeating the team of La Parca, Psychosis, and Villano 4. A really, really good match here. This really good 6-man tag match. We get this typical Lucha Libre stuff, but it was a really fun match watching it. Villano 5 comes out for no reason at all, and yet he's the one who ends up getting pinned, even though he wasn't one of the combatants in the match. But, you know, it was Lucha Libre rules, so what? It was still a damn good match, but, you know, the ending was the weirdest part of it. It was a really weird ending. But now we get into a match. I could have just said this could have just been a piss break match, but we have Jeff Jarrett defeating Steve Mongo McMichael with Deborah to retain the WCW United States Championship. Alright, I forgot to talk about Deborah. Oh my god. So, apparently, what I gotta say, Deborah was not a good manager. She wasn't even that good of a women's champion when she came into the WWF. I believe she left. I believe she came into the WWF, I believe, in late 98, I believe, because I know she appeared frequently throughout 99. I know Jarrett came. No, Jarrett, I remember, he came back to the WWF in late 97, and Deborah, I think, would follow. Yeah, Deborah, I think, would follow in late 98. Late 98 with Deborah. I think that's what happened. Either way, like I said, not a good match. The match ends when Deborah would slide Jeff Jarrett, the briefcase, or that Halberd briefcase, and he would knock Mongo right over the head with it. After Mongo got hit in the arm with it. And Jeff Jarrett retained the U.S. title. So, yeah, not a good match. Like I said, probably the worst match on this show. But then, we get into a match that was bowling shoe ugly, as JR would say. This would be bowling shoe ugly. It was career versus career, as Chris Benoit takes on Kevin Sullivan in a career versus career match. Kevin Sullivan, and he's flanked by the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, and Jacqueline. Oh wait, I forgot to mention another part of this that happened on the show was some of the Mean Gene Okerlund moments on the show. Like, yeah, Mean Gene Okerlund also had an interview with Raven and asked Raven, is he going to be Diamond Dallas Page's partner? And Raven just cut a promo with his typical quote, "The Raven Nevermore." And then there was him promoting the Road Wild show. But back onto Benoit and Sullivan, since now I'm talking about Benoit and Sullivan. This match, you know, probably another good match I liked Kevin Sullivan in. This was the ending to the feud between Kevin Sullivan and Chris Benoit. As, you know, they fought all over the arena. They fought over by the set, and, you know, they were fighting over by the lifeguard tower. There was a moment in the match where Jimmy Hart climbed the top of the lifeguard tower and Benoit pushed the tower over with Jimmy Hart on top of it. There was the usage of surfboards. They were all... Then they fought back into the ring. And when Benoit is held in the Tree of Woe, right as Kevin Sullivan looks like he was going to finish off Benoit, Jacqueline takes one of those wooden chairs, those wooden beach chairs, and cracks it over Kevin Sullivan's head. She cracks open a wooden chair over Kevin Sullivan's head. Then Benoit frees himself and then does the diving headbutt. And Benoit gets the 1, 2, 3, and Kevin Sullivan's career ends in his hometown of Daytona Beach, Florida. Yes, this was in Kevin Sullivan's hometown, and it ended in Daytona Beach, Florida. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so now we get into it. We get into one of the three big matches that was hyped for this show. As we get into Diamond Dallas Page and his mystery partner taking on Macho Man Randy Savage and Scott Hall with Miss Elizabeth in their corner, and Kimberly is in DDP and his mystery partner's corner. And so, yeah, the NWO guys come out first. And then, out comes Diamond Dallas Page and Kimberly. And then finally, following behind Kimberly and Diamond Dallas Page was Curt Henning. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, Curt Henning had just debuted, as he is this free agent. And where does his allegiance lie? Is it with WCW? Is it with the NWO? Is it with the Four Horsemen? No one knows what his motivations are, per se. This was a solid match for what it was. The ending, of the match was ridiculous. Like it ends when Curt Henning is hanging from the ropes by his fingers, and DDP's back hits the ropes, and Curt Henning gets knocked off from where he was hanging from. And then he clubs Diamond Dallas Page on the back when Page hits the outside of the ring. And then it leads to an outsider's edge Macho Man top rope elbow combo from Hall and Savage for them to get the 1, 2, 3. So it's NWO 1, WCW 1 on this show so far. So the NWO and WCW are tied 1-1. Overall, it was a solid match. A very solid, good match. Yeah, the ending was pretty much the roughest thing about it, but it is what it is. And then we get into a match I didn't expect was gonna actually be good, but holy shit, this match was very fucking good. Was very freaking good. And that is the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, taking on Roddy Piper. So that's right, it's Roddy Piper versus Ric Flair in 1997. Yes, it's Roddy Piper and Ric Flair in 1997 having a damn good match on this show. Yeah, you do see Mongo and Benoit. How the match ends, the Four Horsemen, or Mongo and Benoit mostly, just come out to try to run interference for Flair. But, Piper manages to foil their attempts to get involved. And it ends when Piper puts his trademark sleeper on Ric Flair, putting Ric Flair to sleep. And Roddy Piper is named the winner of this match. So overall, it was a really damn good match between Roddy Piper and Ric Flair in 1997. Holy cow. So now we get into the main event. So it's main event time, as it's a tag team match. So yeah, a lot of these Bash at the Beach pay-per-views between 96 and 99 were mostly tag matches that main evented 4 out of these... 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000. So, 4 out of the 7 Bash at the Beach pay-per-views were main evented by a tag team match. Because, yes, Bash at the Beach has had 7. So, yes, you have the Giant and Lex Luger taking on Hollywood Hulk Hogan, the WCW World Heavyweight Champion, teaming with Rod the Bod, Rodzilla, Dennis Rodman. And, you know, this was a really solid main event. Really good main event here. Oh, and Randy Savage was the corner man for Hogan and Rodman. This was a really good main event here. Nothing too fancy, but it was an alright main event. It was a really good main event here. The match ends when Hogan gets put in the torture rack by Luger. Luger torture racks Hogan, then Luger does the same thing to Savage and Rodman, and then the NWO retreats. So it's the final score of this is WCW 2, NWO 1. So yeah, Bash at the Beach 1997 was probably, gotta say, my favorite Bash at the Beach. I would say yes. This was probably got to be my favorite Bash at the Beach event. I would say 1996 would probably be a close second, and I have yet to talk about 1994 and 98 as well. But overall, Bash at the Beach 1997 was a damn good pay-per-view. Yeah, it had a couple of stinkers, but overall, like I said, it was actually a really solid show, a really good show. And the next time I talk to you guys, we're going back to the World Wrestling Federation with SummerSlam in 2000. Alright, see ya!